Hmm. Oh my God. You know, there are some news you read and you're like, what's going on? But from the onset about this current government, I've been talking about it. I remember the first video I made, people were like, they are just talking, they're not implementing. And here we are. Here we are. The only thing remaining, they are planning on taking it away as well. As you can see on my screen, they're talking about secondary school tuition plan. And this involves vocational schools as well. I'll leave a link to this news so that you can read it yourself. I'm going through this on my computer and I'm like, let me just share this because this is huge. I've been talking about vocational schools here, and I remember talking about pathway studies as well, that students, secondary school students, they come to Finland through pathway studies, especially those from Asia, okay, because it's free of charge as well. And we have also vocational schools like Vamia, Rivaria, like all the vocational schools that we've been talking about, all the vocational schools in Finland that admit students from outside the EU or EEA for free. All right. So at the moment, there's no tuition fee when it comes to vocational schools and also secondary schools. That's upper secondary schools. But Opal's government is now preparing a legislation to charge tuition fees for third country nationals for secondary education. So students from non-EU and EEA countries attending upper secondary schools and vocational schools. So if you're coming from outside the EU or EEA area, you will be eligible to pay fees. Don't be fooled by this preparing legislation to charge. When they started, the thing is, Finland, what I've noticed in Finland is once they start it and it gets out there in the news, it's a matter of time they'll implement it. When they start deliberating, know that they will do it. So for my people, if you've applied to any vocational school or you're planning to apply this year, please do it very fast. Because it's not a mere coincidence why they are starting this discussion now. All right. It's not a coincidence. It's because we are looking at next joint application. We are looking at January 2026, February 2026. We are looking at something like that. That's a timeline. And before you know it, you're supposed to pay fees to come study as a vocational or secondary school student. So if you have the opportunity to apply and move to Finland as a vocational or upper secondary school student, please do it before 2026. You remember, we talked about this proposal of implementing the application fee. And after 1 year, it's there already. So, like I said, when they talk about some of these things, they know why. Or they are proposing the international English language test for universities or applied science, and it happened. So they just start. This is how it starts, and before you know it, they're implementing it. Now, I just want to read a portion of this. In the second paragraph, it says the paper says that a working group has been set up to prepare the proposal, which will report to Minister of Education. So this is a completely new policy. All right. As the government program only provides for tuition fees for higher education, not for secondary. So this is completely new. Yeah. And it also says that the government has outlined a plan to ease the obligations of municipalities and strengthen the tax revenue base. That's it. One of these measures is to allow upper secondary education and vocational training providers to collect tuition fees from students arriving from outside the European Economic Area. You see, this government, it's been cut, increase in tax, but they are cutting everything. And the education sector has been hit. It has been hit to an extent that I just know it's just a matter of time. Because when you look at the number of students that applied in this joint application, it was less than the previous year due to the implementation of application fee. And now we are talking about students moving to Finland as vocational school students, and they are required to pay fees. So I don't know how this will affect. I don't know how much will be the fees. That's the problem. I don't know how much that will be. There is no any figure yet, but this is what they are planning to do. And their main reason is that they want to ease obligations of municipalities because, like I said, these vocational schools, they get their subsidies, like they are being subsidized by the government. So that's why students don't pay fees. So now this government is just cutting everything, trying to save money, trying to save. So by implementing this, obviously the government will save so much money when it comes to vocational education and upper secondary education. And this, I don't know if this will apply for those who are living in Finland. Like if someone is living in Finland and has a child, like your child is not a Finnish citizen and they are going to upper secondary school, like would that mean like they are going to pay fees? Because that's the thing. For example, because Finland is in Finland, it's not like children get citizenship by birth. No. All right. So they can be born here, but if one of the parents are not Finnish citizens, then they don't get it. But if one of the parents is a Finnish citizen, then all the kids have Finnish citizenship. But if none of the parents are Finnish or European citizens, then that child is a citizen of a third country. Okay? So which means you don't fall in the category of a Finnish or European citizen. So which means maybe you now move to Finland, you have your child, and if you don't get the Finnish citizenship, and then your child gets to the upper secondary level, I don't know. Because if, let's say, the passport says that this child is from Cameroon, it's a Cameroonian, even though born here, or it's a Nigerian, even though born here, then that makes the child not eligible for free upper secondary or vocational education. So I don't know why, I don't know, but it's not working. That's what I've seen. I don't know if maybe I'm looking at it from with the eye of an immigrant. I'm not looking at it with the eye of a government or whatever, but the whole thing, it's funny, and it's at the same time, it's not shocking to me as long as it's coming from this government. Yeah, but it's sad that education in Finland will no longer be free. I don't know if maybe they would start talking about, okay, implementing tuition fee for PhD. Because if this is implemented, then if they implement this, then you can only move to Finland as a PhD student. That's the only way you can move and study for free. So let me know in the comment section, what do you think about this new development? What do you think about this news? Is it like, I don't know, to me it's shocking, not because it's coming from the government. It's shocking because, like, why? And it's even stated here, like, that the main reason why students from outside the EU and EEA come to Finland to study is that education is free of charge. So, which means you have less international students moving to Finland. I don't know. I don't know how this is going to affect the entire labor force and economic situation in Finland, but that is what Finland is at the moment. Like, that's why I tell you guys every time I come on here that the current situation in Finland is not the best, and there's like Finland is full of surprises, at the moment. It's like you just wake up one day, you see new, like, the government is just coming up with different measures that are not favorable, okay, to immigrants. So yeah, I hope this is helpful to you. At least if you have all your documents, if you have all the requirements, please go ahead and apply to a vocational school as soon as possible. All right. Please like this video, share with your friends, and subscribe if you're new here. Thank you so much for watching, and see you when next you see me. Bye.